One of the greatest ironies of many leaders is how they come into leadership positions, how they embrace leadership responsibilities without preparation. It is unfortunate that anyone will take on leadership responsibility in whatever form without preparation. There's too much at stake in that role that is called leadership. There's too much at stake. For avoidance of doubt, the lives of the people, the destinies, the future of the people that you are presiding over is at stake. What you do or fail to do with the opportunity that you have been given as a leader will determine what becomes of them later in life. So, leadership is not a role that you come into, all right, you saunter into. Leadership is not a role that you are excited to embrace just because it comes with titles and authority. There is too much at stake. And therefore, it's important that if you are embracing a leadership responsibility, you must ensure that you are a perfect match. You must ensure that you are a perfect match. Welcome to Leadership on Monday, where the nugget to help you do leadership right is delivered. And this morning, I want to speak to something very quickly, and that is to say that as a leader in your leadership role, you either get serious or you get out. Either get serious or you get out. In saying you should get serious, I'm saying ensure that you are a perfect match for that role that you have just taken up. Ensure that you are well prepared for it. If you are not, and you have embraced the responsibility, I want to encourage you that you should take steps to build your capacity. Take steps to become truly competent in that role. All right, you'll be doing your people a huge disfavor. And I would liken it to wickedness, to embrace leadership responsibility without having been prepared for it, without having been trained, without having been exposed, all right, to serving under a good leader and learning, as it were, the ropes. Because no matter your best efforts, no matter how sincere you are, you will be playing games with their lives. Well, it may appear that some of these statements are really strong, but I suppose they're the same, they're the truth. They are truth, and the idea isn't to say don't take leadership responsibility. The idea isn't to say don't aspire to move up the ladder. The point that is being made is this: leadership is not what you embrace without preparation. Not for any other reason than the fact that too much is at stake. For a leader, for those who would be following you, too much is at stake. The leader is a powerful source of influence that can shape the lives of the people. In fact, the leader is expected to shape the lives of the people, all right, that he or she is supervising. But to shape those lives purposefully, to shape those lives for good, to add value to those people, all right, in very profound terms. And if you are not prepared, you can't accomplish that mandate. All right, you would accomplish a contrary mandate. which is you will waste the time of a lot of people. They will gain little or nothing from you, and certainly they will not gain what is expected from a leader. Since you don't have what it takes to lead, since you have not been prepared for that role. Yes, you might say, okay, but I was given promoted into that role and all of that. Well, that's great. That's fine. That does not take away the fact that, well, now you have people, all right, who are looking up to you to help them become better in various dimensions. Are you going to be able to deliver? Or do you feel comfortable to use their lives or to use them as guinea pigs for you to learn the ropes of leadership? All right. Leadership is not something that you just get into. No matter how much you want, no matter how much you like, you are supposed to be prepared for that role. You are supposed to be prepared for that role. Too much is at stake. All right. And it brings me to the issue of how it's very convenient and it's easy for everyone, the average person, to chastise a leader, talk down on people, to find fault with leaders and all of that. Well, that's because without excusing the fact that, yes, there are bad leaders just as there are good leaders, but you may not be in a position to criticize either good or bad when you don't know what leadership itself entails. Leadership entails a lot more than the average person knows. The challenges of leadership are deeper than a lot of people can realize. This is one area where talk can really be very cheap. All right. Everyone can say this is what the leader should do. This is what he ought to do. Just like we would say watching a football match. Oh, he should have kicked the ball this way. He should have kicked the ball this way. How could he have done this? How could he have done that? Well, but the other side of it is that if you are a leader, you don't want to be in that role not knowing exactly what you need to do. Because guess what? Whether you are good or bad, not everyone would like you still. Not everyone would even appreciate what you are doing, especially those who are to benefit from you. For the most part, they may not appreciate what you have to offer, all right, until much later in the day, after working a while with you, then they see that indeed, you have added value to their lives. You have added value to their lives. So, and perhaps, just to buttress my call this morning, I want to share with you, an aspect of a very popular parable that Jesus spoke. Is the parable of the sower. You find that in Luke chapter 5. All right, for those who would be interested in reading that story, and I would encourage you to read it again. The parable of the sower is a parable of the farmer, is something that all of us can relate to, and it talks about the fact that a sower went out to sow. And I'd just like to stop there. A sower went out to sow. A sower went out to sow. What that means is that the sower is one who is trained in the business of sowing profitably. All right. A sower went out to sow, not an engineer, not an artist. All right. Not a medical doctor, not an accountant, not an IT professional, not a human resource professional. A sower went out to sow. A sower went out to sow. All right. So it's not everyone that can sow. The only ones who should go out, as it were, to sow are those who are sowers. Sowers are those who are trained to know how to sow and to do it profitably. That is to sow in a manner that they know what seed to plant, they know where to plant it, they know the process that it will go through, they know the challenges that they're going to face on the way, they know what it takes, all right, to make a harvest of fruits out of the seed that they have sown. That's the sower for you. All right, that's the sower. So sowing is a serious business. It's not an all-comers affair. All too often we get into things that we have not been prepared for, that we have not been trained for, that we have little or no competence to deliver. But all because they're attractive, all because, we want to feel, especially in the area of leadership. So be a sower, as it were, in the context of leadership. That is, be a leader indeed. So if we put it in leadership parlance, a leader, all right, went out to lead. A leader went out to lead. Not just anybody. Not just anybody. If you venture out to sow and you are not trained in the business of sowing, you are going to mess things up completely. And God help you if there are people who put their money in your hands as an investment, trusting you for a return. They will never get a return. Why? Because you are not suitable for the role that you have taken upon yourself. So that's my counsel to you today. In the business of leadership, if you are taking a responsibility to lead, get serious or get out. Get serious or get out. And by getting serious or asking you to get serious, ensure that you are prepared adequately to take on that role. Don't gamble with the lives of people. An incompetent leader, one who is not prepared or developed in the area of leadership, will only gamble with the lives of the people reporting to him or her. And that would be an act of wickedness, quite frankly. And in case you find yourself in that role, I would encourage you to quickly seek opportunities, training, development opportunities, so that you can build your capacity in that area. And that's the nugget for you today. My name remains Olatunji Shobodu, your leadership coach and the founder and CEO at Emmet Leadership Academy, where leaders are nurtured based on truth. By the way, check out in the description area, there are programs that can help you with what I've just spoken about. You can get on a very fast-track program, 30 days, the Smart Leader program. It teaches you a lot about leadership, all within 30 days, okay? A lot about leadership. 30 consecutive days of receiving videos directly from me speaking on different aspects of leadership. And also you have the opportunity, if you have been doing leadership for an appreciable amount of time, perhaps it's time to sharpen your leadership axe. So get on, check out our Sharpen Your Axe coaching program, and get back to the frontiers of leadership, all right, through personal one-on-one coaching. And that's directly with me. Enjoy a wonderful week. Enjoy a wonderful, impactful week. And make every effort to do leadership right. Make every effort to do leadership right. God bless you. Join me on Thursday when it will be time for leadership in 30 minutes. See you there. God bless you.